If you guys don't know me, I'm your evil dating coach. We don't give a fuck on this channel. We talk about the shit that works and we throw away what doesn't work. I'm a simple guy. That's how that works, okay? That's why a lot of my tactics sometimes could appear dark, fucked up, and evil. But at the end of the day, I teach what works. I'm like the Machiavelli of dating coaches, if you could call me that, okay? The first factor that makes him addicted to you is his emotional life. You could be with the same guy 1 year and then that same guy the next, and he'll be completely different. For example, there are phases in our lives where we are more malleable, more prone to influence. As children, that's our most malleable moment in our life, is when we're children. The second one is when somebody breaks our hearts, or when we are emotionally not in a good place. For example, let's just say, that's why you have a lot of cults who hide as addiction programs, or a lot of cults who hide as centers for helping women who are mentally abused, because those cults find women and victims who are in emotionally low places. When a guy is in an emotionally low place, he might fall in love with you a lot quicker than if he was in a good place, than if he was busy. But if you meet a guy who is emotionally low, maybe his ex broke up with him, maybe he's still not over his ex, maybe his mom died, maybe he's at a rock bottom emotionally, and then he meets you and he kind of likes you, and most likely him liking you could create a lifetime obsession for him. And that's why you ladies meet guys who are not over their exes, and you're prettier than their ex, but there's nothing you could do about it. Have you ever seen a cute little dog with a crazy homeless person, and you ask yourself, how the fuck does that dog not know that guy's crazy? Does he see the kind of owner that he has? He does see the kind of owner that he has, but he doesn't care. He has an emotional attachment. The owner maybe helped him when he was in a low moment. So the guy's emotional state has a big factor. So if he's out there fucking women 24/7, he has a lot of options, there's nothing that you could do that will get him. The only thing that will is a perfect fucking match. When I say a perfect fucking match, I mean you guys are so perfect for each other that he just doesn't care. Like, he just feels that connection between the two. That's happened to me, where I met a woman and I was in a very depressed state, and I fell in love with her. And I can promise you I would not falling in love if I was in a better place in my life. But I was not in a good place, and I fell in love with her. And then after that, I was in a better place, but I was still not over her, but I was in a better place. And so it was hard for a woman to keep my attention because I was still not over the girl. Even though that woman was a better match than the other girl, there was nothing that she could do. That girl caught me at a bad place. The next thing is how you feel, your emotional life. Because the guy could be ready for a relationship. The guy could be in a place that he's open. Or heck, maybe something tragic happened in his life where he needs a woman to make him feel happy. But you're in such a sunken emotional place, or you're so fucking needy that you don't give him the space to breathe, that you don't give him the space to fall in love with you. So he could be ready, but you're not ready. You're still needy. You still cannot control your emotions. So he might be in a place where he values a relationship and he wants one, and he might be open. Maybe he just forgot about his ex, but you're not ready. When you're dating somebody, the most important thing to control is not him, but it's your emotion. And if you cannot control your emotions, ladies and gentlemen, you will get needy. He will play you unless he's the perfect match for you, which is rarely. Unless he's the perfect match where he's gonna deal with your neediness, which sometimes you gotta give them enough time for them to fall in love with you. But what I'm talking about is when you want to rush into things. That's what happens when you get very needy. You rush into things, especially now where we have a lot more time in our hands. We get more needy. Does he sense that there are other guys in your life? Do you give him the impression that he's the only guy? You see, when you give the impression to a guy that he's the only guy, you're missing out on an opportunity to create competition. you're missing out on an opportunity to put him in a sexually competitive state. It's very important to put a guy in a sexually competitive state. If you don't know how to put a guy in a sexually competitive state, he's always going to take you for granted in one way or another. And the way that you put a guy in a sexually competitive state is very simple. Just talking about other guys. Just talking about how Tyrone is such a good gym instructor. You could talk about how Jamal, he's such a good basketball player. You could talk about Tayshawn, who is your co-worker, who is always helping you out and going out of his way. That's all. Just mention Tyrone, Tyson, and Tayshawn. That's all you gotta do. As simple as that is, as long as you don't have a history of cheating, you could do this and it'll create the attraction that you need. As long as you guys are not cheating on each other, this is okay because he has no history where he could think of you cheating where this is a negative. So as long as you don't have a history of cheating, you could do this and it'll create the right amount of jealousy that it'll create an obsession. But if he doesn't feel the presence of other guys, sure, he trusts you, but he takes you for granted. But by him feeling the other presence of other men in your life by simply having a wide social circle or doing things where he knows there are guys, or from time to time just talking about your co-workers, from time to time in a positive light, that's all you need to do. Ladies, it's very simple because he might like you, but if he doesn't feel the presence of other guys, it's not going to turn into obsession. Trust me. When you just start bringing guys into the equation, not to the bedroom, but into the equation, by just subtly mentioning about them, it'll create that kind of jealousy. He won't tell you, but you'll notice he becomes more obsessed. Because if it works on you ladies, the jealousy game, it also works on us even better. All right, ladies, this is Alex from Mindful Attraction. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15, 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're going to be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video, right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March.
One of the two people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. Oh, I'm closing the channel.